This is 7 things that a 5.0 level player does so you can become one. The first thing is decision making. At any given spot on the pickleball court, there's multiple decisions you can make with any ball that you get. Let's pretend that I'm cross court dinking. I can either dink the ball back cross court, I can try to lob it, I can try to go for a speed up. The 5.0 level player is going to go for the thing that has the highest percentage for success. So same thing when I'm in this transition area. The 5.0 level player is going to be comfortable in this zone, and they're just going to be like a brick wall, resetting every ball and working their way up to the kitchen. A lower level player might hit one reset, and then on the next ball, they get a ball down here and just try to rip a winner. It's about the percentage. You have to trust yourself. You have to do drills to practice, work your way in, and be comfortable. 5.0 level players are comfortable with long dink rallies. Lower level players are not comfortable with long dink rallies, and they'll try to do something foolish to bail themselves out. So I'm in a dink rally with Zach here. Pretend that there's 4 players on the court. A 5.0 level player is going to be comfortable with this dinking, and they're going to try to move around their opponent. Where a lower level player, after 2 or 3 dinks, a lob. Oh, I get pounded. Another example would be, we're in a dink rally. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Speed up. Oh, it worked. But that's the point. Get comfortable in those longer points and play the percentage game. Make your opponent making a mistake. Don't try to be creative and do something stupid. The second thing you need to be doing is dissecting your opponent's weaknesses individually and as a team while you're playing. Lower level players just worry about themselves and getting the ball over. You need to see what your opponents are weaker at and capitalize. If you know you have faster hands than your opponent, you have to try this. It's called a bait ball. I am purposely going to dink the ball high to my opponent in front of me, like knee height, where they have to reach out and flick it. Because when players see a high dink, they think it's a speed up. But in reality, you're initiating a hands battle that you know is coming. So you have the upper hand. Notice where I'm putting these dinks to Zach. He's able to get them out of the air. I just told him not to speed them up. This is where you want to hit them. They're long dinks that they can reach out of the air like that. So in an actual game, Zach would try to attack that. So let's put it into action. The next thing you need to notice is pattern recognition. Each point that's played typically has a pattern to it. And as the match progresses, you'll be able to see similarities throughout points. Let's pretend that for the majority of the match, I'm cross-court dinking with this person. If we're winning, I'm gonna keep going. However, if the game starts getting tight or we start losing, instead of me just endlessly putting balls there and not letting my partner get involved, I am going to consciously realize that and then start dinking more balls to the middle, more balls this way, just to change up the pattern. You don't want anybody getting too comfortable. If you cross-court dink for an hour, they know it's coming. You have to keep your opponents guessing. Something I like to tell my partners for all of our matches, it's always better to dink to 2 people instead of 1. What do I mean by that? If I just dink out wide, that guy knows he has to hit it. However, if I can consistently put balls to the middle, there might be some confusion on who hits it. So I love to hit that ball to the middle and then like 4 inches to the right and then 4 more inches. And I like to just target out a little zone like this where it makes both of them go for it. If you hit a ball soft to the middle, you'll likely get back a ball soft to the middle. And then that's when you can create out wide and get them off balance. Get out of that endless loop of cross-court dinking. Change it up. Pay attention to where my dinks are landing compared to his. See how much variety I had with my dinks? I was going out wide, I was going inside. I only went to the same spot 2 times in a row. After that, I change it up. I never just endlessly go to the same spot. Number 3 is mastery of this transition zone. What makes a pro player a pro player? They're able to successfully reset a ball here into the kitchen in like 1 or 2 shots, where it takes lower level players, even 5.0 level players, more balls to get to the kitchen line. The pro players neutralize the point much faster. They're able to tell when they should be moving forward and when they should stay back in the transition zone. And there's one tip that they all use to do this. Let's pretend I just hit a reset off my paddle. As my ball is traveling through the air, I'm running in, I'm trying to get in. However, as soon as it crosses the plane of the net here, I am going to split step and have my paddle low. This is going to ensure that I have ample time to react to my opponent's next ball. I see so many lower level players running through the transition zone while their opponent's hitting it. If that's the case, you're too late. You have to stop with time to spare. Pay attention to my footwork. Compared to this. You only want to advance up in this transition zone if your opponent is hitting a ball from down here, here, or one that bounces. If your opponent is hitting a ball up here or up here, if anything, you should take a step back. You should not continuously run forward. Sometimes it may take 2 or 3 balls to get one that you can approach on, but that's totally fine. Number 4 is adding deception in your game and being unpredictable. This is way easier than you may think. This concept is called holding, because in pickleball, the currency is time. You want to store and stash as much time as you can and get it on your side. Watch these dinks. Compared to these dinks. That little hold allows me to be deceptive and either speed it up or dink it back without my opponents knowing. Hold, hold, speed up. Can't tell. Let's try again. Hold, 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 speed up. This concept is very easy to do and is super tricky for your opponents. The next form of deception is running around your backhand dink and hitting a forehand. This is what I mean. Look at how much time this gives me and deception it adds. After you trick your opponents with that shot, you can do the exact same thing, but with a speed up down the line or to the middle, depending on what's open on the court. Nice, down the line. Now I want you to see this angle of it to show you how deceptive it really is. Or this. Number 6 is, how do those high level players get every ball back when their opponents are endlessly slamming at them? This is a very minor positioning adjustment that goes a long way. Instead of defending overheads like this, where you and your partner are each in your box, I want you both to be on the outsides like this. This is gonna stop your opponents from hitting out wide angles this way, and it's going to only show them that the center of the court is open. However, even though it's open, when you're in this position, you can still lunge forward and cover your entire box. If we're standing here like this and they hit a sharp angle out wide, it's impossible for me to be able to run to get this. That's why we want to start here. This is a great skill for you to implement into your game right away, because it's not like a drill that you have to spend hours doing to perfect it. It's just a minor adjustment on the court that is going to allow you to get to many more balls. Compared to this. Impossible. Number 7 is who covers the middle. 5.0 level players have the middle locked down where no balls are going through. Wherever your team hits the ball, you want to take a step in that direction with your paddle facing, like this. Let's say I dink that way, like that, bam. Now let's say Zach or whoever dinks it this way, bam. One of us dinks a ball to the middle, half step, paddle. The next thing to know, if the diagonal opponent is going to hit the ball, it's your job to cover the middle. So if that person over there hits the ball down the middle, it is my job because I'm diagonal. It is not the person with the forehand. That is the biggest misconception that goes around in pickleball ever. I know you're thinking, oh, you're left-handed. You're able to cover it with your forehand. That doesn't count. No, if I'm right-handed and the person's diagonal from me, it's still my job to get my backhand in that middle to protect it. It's not this person's job to come over and try to get it, because then it opens up the line. Our footwork is super important when it comes to covering the middle. When I cover, I want to cover like this. Notice how I'm parallel to this kitchen line. I don't want to be stepping like this. This is how everybody covers the middle. The ball's diagonal, they go like that. That is going to set you up to hit the ball into the net because you're going to be late. You need to step across parallel to this line with your paddle high so you can come across. This is a bonus tip. This is a quick strategy that you can implement into your gameplay right now. Like all other sports, your coach says play to win. In pickleball, I'm here to tell you, play not to lose. When you play to win, you're going to try to create and try to do too much. The best pickleball strategy is to play simple, play smart, and make your opponent make an error. If it comes down to it and you have to hit 40 dinks, hit 40 dinks. Don't get antsy and try to do something special. This will get you winning at the 5.0 level and everything below it. I promise you. If you found this video very useful, I ask that you please like it and subscribe. It will help me so much in growing my channel and pursuing my career and goal of a professional pickleball player. Thank you for watching.